inside Daytona Beach Stadium where it is USA Bowl 2020, the first of four. Good morning. It's breakfast time at Daytona Beach as the Northeast Ohio Silverbacks at 11-2 take on the West Virginia Storm, both teams out of the PFL. Hi, everybody. I'm Matt Fargo as we get you ready for a full day of football here today in Daytona Beach. The Sunshine State bringing championships in four classes in USA Bowl. And, of course, it's a rematch of two teams that share a border with each other, Northeast Ohio, West Virginia. They battle here this morning for game number one. So I'll be working both public address and play-by-play. Terry Sullivan's going to be jumping in and out throughout the broadcast, but hopefully you enjoy our live web stream of all four of these games, starting with this morning's breakfast. And we'll take you all the way through the nightcap with our final game between Western PA and Texas as we're getting ready to tee this one up. West Virginia to boot it away to Northeast Ohio, and they have some problems in the end zone. Going back to get that Porter, and Porter's going to go into the end zone and take a knee for a touchback. Since 1996, I must be possessed. Max. You going to put a headset on? Why? You're bored. Oh. What do I get to do? Silverbacks won this game 28-25 in the league championship game, but they claim that 2 touchdowns were called back and they could have made it less interesting. And West Virginia claims that they had a chance to win the game, but a bad spot on a 4th down was the difference. So a little bit of a grudge match opportunity for both sides. One side to prove the other wrong. Shotgun formation for the Silverbacks. Sidecar to the left, trips out to the far side left. They're going to carry off the left tackle for a 2-yard pickup. Second down and 8 after the carry, and then this bad snap goes back to the 15-yard line, and diving on it is William Mixon, the quarterback. But he's going to be back at his own 14-yard line, lose a chunk of yards. So Silverbacks behind the sticks to start things back at the 14-yard line. Mixon, the quarterback, 6'2", 220, big fella. Shotgun formation again. They go 4 wide, and a whistle stops play as the Silverbacks going to burn a timeout here early with 13:28 in our opening quarter of game 1 of 4 here with All-American Football Rules Championship Series USA Bowl. A timeout taken. You are watching live coverage of the USA Bowl here on the USA Bowl television network. So coming out of the timeout, third down, called a 20. Really, 21 sits at the 14-yard line. Shotgun again from Mixon. He'll go back to pass, step up and put the ball in the air. It's a jump ball opportunity here on the near side, trying to come back to the football. Couldn't. Pass goes incomplete. It's Deron Brown, the intended receiver. So fourth down opportunity here for the Silverbacks. Punt unit is out. 41. Will Hopkins back to punt. On fourth down, they just get the punt off. Nearly blocked opportunity as it sails out of bounds. This is going to give West Virginia fantastic field position at the 20. Official still going up the far sideline, 25-yard line. So West Virginia gets great field position to begin their first offensive series with 13-16 to go in the opening quarter. Dorsey, the quarterback for West Virginia. They go the shotgun formation, a sidecar to the right. 4 wide. Long snap count for Dorsey. He'll hand it off the left. Oh, the ball popped loose. It's still loose along here at the 36-yard line. And the Silverbacks, after handing great field position to West Virginia, are going to get the ball right back. So that opening game feeling out process, maybe not both teams fumbling. Northeast Ohio, rather, fumbled on their opening series, but they were able to recover it, but it really put them behind the sticks. Then West Virginia hands the ball right back to the Silverbacks, who have it first down at 10 from that 38-yard line. Shotgun formation for Mixon. 4 wide set. Ball set on the turf again on a bad snap. You pick it up off the ground, throw it here to the near side, and really wide receiver and defensive back were just jostling with each other, and neither one knew that the football was in the vicinity. Good no call there. As the pass goes incomplete, it will be second down. These purple numbers on black jersey, not the greatest. As Northeast Ohio had some jersey issues getting here. That's why you're seeing some with white numbers, some with purple numbers. Do our best to figure it out. 13 minutes to play in the opening quarter, second down, and 10 after the incomplete pass. Mixon going to hand it off here and right into the awaiting bear hug of R.J. Buford for West Virginia. That's only a 2-yard pickup to the 40-yard line. On the carry, T.J. Mays, the running back, 5'10", 218. Passes completed. The ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage, and Mixon was still able to get it over. Deron Brown, I believe, is the one who made that catch. And Brown makes the catch and moves the sticks. It's the game's first down of the ball game. Mixon's pass is completed here to the near side. Nice one-handed grab. That was Carlos Alexander that hauled in that pass and moves the sticks again for the Silverbacks. So first down and 10 for the Silverbacks from the West Virginia 39-yard line. Mixon from the gun once again, 4 wide. Motion man right to left. Gets the snap. We'll hand it off the left side. Carrying the football, Will Hopkins. And Hopkins going to be brought down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 on the play. And coming up to make the stop for West Virginia, that was Michael Dickerson. Mixon gets the snap. Pressure comes immediately, and he is going to be taken down for a sack. As coming in to make that sack, Jacob Grisby makes the sack for West Virginia. And they are all the way back into Silverback territory, back at the 45-yard line. It will be third down from there. So third down and long for the 45-yard line. Mixon under pressure, and he is going to be sacked again. Again, it's going to be Grisby getting the sack. So back-to-back sacks for 15, Jacob Grisby. Nice job by him in the last 2 plays and really did it all by himself. Fourth down now for the Silverbacks as they find themselves back deep into their own territory. They're going to punt this thing away from around the 31-yard line. And to get the first down, they need the West Virginia 29. So the Silverback offense going backwards on back-to-back possessions. And the punt is away. Hopkins doing the punting duties, and here comes the return for West Virginia. It's Fred Crosser on the return. $7:59 to play, opening quarter. Storm Silverbacks, game 1 of 4 here for the USA Bowl. Back out comes the Storm offense. Dorsey will line up from the shotgun, sidecar to the right. 4 wide receivers set. I'm going to hand off right up the middle. Fabian Payne gets the carry. Fabian Payne, longtime veteran in semi-pro football. Second down and 5 after that pickup of 5 from the 40-yard line. Shotgun formation for Mixon. Or I beg your pardon, Dorsey. Dorsey going to give it off to Payne again, and Payne's going to carry 4 for 5 more. And the steady dose of Payne, 2 in a row, and a first down for Fabian Payne and the West Virginia Storm. So first down for the Storm. They pick up their first down of this game. We'll stay in the shotgun, that 4 wide sit. Ball sits far side. Getting the snap and handing it off here to the near side before pre-snap penalty blows the play dead. And it's a false start on the Storm. We'll back him up 5 yards. Penalty backs him up 5. First down and 15. Ball just over the 40-yard line, officially at the 41-yard line. Shotgun once again for Dorsey. The sidecar to the left, 4 wide. Long snap count. Dorsey back to pass. Quick out of his hands here on the slant route, completed near side. And on the reception, Joe Lawson will pick up about 4, maybe 5 on the catch. Lost. They're actually going to give him about 7 on that pass and catching up some of that lost penalty yardage. .535 opening quarter. No score still between West Virginia and Northeast Ohio. Dorsey back and will hand it off again, and it's Fabian Payne. No, it's a new back. Jerome Smith. Jerome Smith, another long-time semi-pro football player, played and won a national championship with the West Virginia Lightning back in 08-09. Been playing football a long time as Jerome Smith. Actually from the Florida area, won a state championship. Third down and 1, and they give it off to the Jerome Bettis lookalike, Jerome Smith, and Smith is going to be able to just be close. It looks like he's going to be about a half a football short of this first down. Fourth down. Clock moving down to 4 minutes here in the first quarter. No score. And they'll go under center with Dorsey. An I formation. First time we've seen that this afternoon, this evening, this morning, wherever we are. And it's going to be a fumbled snap. And Dorsey fumbled the ball, and the ball is still alive, and it's picked up by the Silverbacks. They have the football, and they're moving it inside the 25-yard line. Are they going to blow it dead? They are. They are not going to give the progress of moving the football, but they are going to give the football back to the Silverbacks after that fumbled snap on fourth down is going to turn the ball over. They weren't going to get that first down either way. So Silverbacks are going to get the football. So 2 official turnovers for the Storm to start things. That's really been the story for the Silverbacks. They've been playing behind the sticks. Their offense has been moving backwards more than forwards here in this first quarter. And for the Storm, they've had a lot more positive offensive plays, but the negative ones have cost them. They fumbled twice, and Silverbacks have recovered twice. So with 3:42 to go, Silverbacks another crack at it. Shotgun formation for Mixon. He'll get the snap, throw near side. It's intercepted, picked off by Thomas Abernathy. And Thomas Abernathy is going all the way for a West Virginia Storm touchdown. T.A. going the distance for a pick six. So Thomas Abernathy, who also was a part of that West Virginia Lightning National Championship team back in 08-09, showing that he still has youthfulness, going down the near sideline and returning that for a touchdown. And that's the way the Storm get on the board here and opening the scoring with 3:33 to go in the first quarter. It's a Thomas Abernathy pick six. And he told me before today's game that this is his last game. He's hanging up the cleats after this championship game. Been playing a long time and actually moved to just outside of Charlotte, was commuting back up to Charleston to even play for the Storm. This extra point, remember the NFL rules, and the extra point is good by David McFuel. So 7-0. West Virginia Storm have the advantage over the Silverbacks. 3:33 to play in the opening quarter, and you are watching USA Bowl coverage live from Daytona Beach. Northeast Ohio returns this kick up across the 35 to the 37-yard line. They'll take over first down and 10 from there. That was LaMarcus Thomas on the return. So the officials spot the ball at the 40 with 3:27 to go in the opening quarter, 7-0. West Virginia, the difference, a Thomas Abernathy pick six. 42 yards on the interception return, and big time interception for TA. Looks like West Virginia has too many guys out there. They don't know what's going on. As they were about to sub out a linebacker and brought him back in there. Meanwhile, Mixon takes the snap, hands it off, and he goes to TJ Mays along the near side, and Mays tries to get it. There's a flag way behind the play on the other side of the field, and it's going to be an encroachment penalty against the Storm as Mays' helmet came off. He'll go to the sideline as the Storm need to decide what they want to do. I don't think Mays got 5 on that, but the ball looks like spotted at the 46-yard line, so that would be 6. So you would assume that they would decline it. First and 5, that's another option. So you could take 1st and 5 or 2nd and 4. They'll take 1st and 5. There was no indication from any of the officials on what was decided on that either. 3 minutes to go. First down and 5 rather. As Mixon will go from the gun, send a man in motion into the slot, the backfield, and then hand it off. Right up the middle with some running room to the 40 and finally getting tripped up. One of our favorite guys running the football because we can't see his number. That is Robert Berkey, number 28. And Berkey carries it for a Silverback first down. Mixon, little play action, and then decides to hand it off after the second back gets the opportunity, and West Virginia crashes in for a loss of 2 yards as Berkey goes nowhere. Abernathy, among others, on the stop. Second down and 12 now with 1:40 to go in the opening quarter. Shotgun formation for Mixon as the Storm show blitz and then pull it back. Rolling out to the left and then putting the ball up down the far sideline. It's a ball that was thrown behind the receiver, incomplete. Good coverage on the play by Chris Willis. And it will be 3rd down upcoming. So on a 3rd down and 12 opportunity on 4th down, this is where the Silverbacks have really shot themselves in the foot here early, playing behind the sticks, and another opportunity here. Mixon gets the snap. Play action. Design run play as the pocket collapses. He looked to his left, tried to spin. He's going to spin into danger, and nearly, it looked like the ball popped out there at the last second. But the officials, like they're not going to agree. You're going to say he was down. The stop, Michael Dickerson for West Virginia makes the stop. So yet again, Silverbacks go backwards on an offensive possession. Punt unit is out once again. Crosser and it looked like Dudley is going to hang out back there as well. The artist Dudley is going to go back there as well. Hopkins to boot it away for the Silverbacks with 22 seconds. We get a timeout. It's a delay game penalty on the Silverbacks, giving them a little bit more breathing room to punt this football away. Kind of in no man's land at that 40-yard line. Too far to kick a field goal. Almost too close to punt, so they'll back up 5 yards. Fourth down. Now at the 45. So Hopkins to punt it away. And we'll roll here, stop, and be in some trouble. We'll break 2 tackles, try to break an ankle of a third. He does, and then can't as the convoy finally catches up to him. He's still breaking tackles and finally brought down. This is going to be good field position for West Virginia. And the clock stops with 11 seconds left in the quarter. 7-0 West Virginia. And they have an opportunity to add to it. First down for the Storm should be the final play of the quarter. Trips go far side tight of the formation back to pass. And in trouble, runs into his own offensive lineman, does Dorsey, and that gives plenty of time for the Silverbacks to clean things up as Matt Bauman makes the stop and ends the first quarter of play with that sack. 1 quarter in the books here of game 1 of 4, USA Bowl weekend from Daytona Beach, and it's 7-0. The West Virginia Storm lead the Northeast Ohio Silverbacks. You're watching here on USA Bowl. Second down to resume things for this second quarter. They're going to hand it off the left side. It's Jerome Smith. And Smith gets the carry. And then they're going to say he was down. No fumble on the play. Another, what they thought to be a fumble. The Silverbacks. They call Smith down, and it will bring up third down. So 3rd down and 12, just getting things started here in the second. 7-0 Storm. They try to convert a 3rd and long here from their own 43-yard line. They move Smith from the right to the left of Dorsey. Dorsey gets the snap, back to pass, has time, throws over the middle, it's completed, and it is a 1st down and more as Deartis Dudley makes the reception and moves the sticks. A big-time conversion on 3rd down, and they burn him on the middle part of the field, and a nice job of Dudley getting into the open field and moving the sticks. So the Storm Fuel will try to tack on the extra point, and he does. Silverbacks attempting a two-point conversion after they took the kickback for a touchdown and trying to get in there. It looks like they'll be denied as Mays attempts and fails at the two-point conversion. There's a third and fourth effort, but they will all not work. Yeah, we'll welcome you back if you are still joining us. I think some of you were having some issues with the audio not coming through, but I'm here, still here, still we're still here, bringing it to you. 20-14. I feel like I've been talking to myself much of this day, but technical difficulties. Obviously, we've had some Wi-Fi connections here at the stadium. They actually gave us the plug that ESPN uses when they broadcast at this stadium, and it's still not working. So we're getting through it, and this is what we got. So if you're enjoying it, continue to enjoy it. If you're not, try us back on ESPN 8 The Ocho, or maybe have someone text you the updates. I don't know. Second down after that run by Fabian Payne. Those of you that were watching just moments ago, that blocked field goal attempt, and then the Storm able to shut the door. Really a big stop by the West Virginia Storm, getting the ball, giving the Silverbacks the ball at the 25-yard line, and Silverbacks coming up empty on that series. So they down 20-14, have the football, and Dorsey in some trouble, was able to get out of it, puts the ball into the air, and overshoots his intended receiver, incomplete. That's Tyler Atkins, the intended receiver on the play, incomplete. And it will be third down upcoming now for the Storm. But again, appreciate the bearing with us on third down coming up for the Storm. Hey, I mean, we could go to audio only. I could just call it like a radio broadcast. Maybe they would like that. I don't know. Third down. Shotgun formation for Dorsey. Sidecar to his left. Trips tight to the near side. Dorsey, play action. Back to pass. Looks near side. He has backside, and he is sacked on the play. Backside pressure from the Silverbacks coming in to make that sack. LaMarcus Thomas. There is a flag down and a player down for the Silverbacks. And for those of you that didn't hear earlier when I was on, I'm also doing public address in stadium, so kind of doing it all here. This Cast of Thousands is a two-man band right now. And I believe, did they pick that flag up? What was that was a hold, which was declined. The holding penalty was declined based off the sack. And this punt unit out, it's McFuel. We'll punt this one away for the Storm. Hopefully he has a better punt. He does. It's a little bit better as it bounces, then he bobbles it at the 40-yard line. Jukes out of one man, 30, 25, 20 at the 15, the 10, 5 end zone, touchdown, Northeast Ohio. There is a flag down. Did it come after the touchdown or before? Trying to get you a number on him, but he's one of the Northeast Ohio players wearing black number on a purple jersey. Looks like this one's coming back. It's not going to be a touchdown, as the flag sits at the 11-yard line in that area, holding block of the back area. But yet again, Northeast Ohio is going to have great field position. So the return team on that penalty. Now it looks like it's good. Wow, he just went down like he was shot. Good, nice job there on the offensive line, flopping. That was Mazzell Arrington doing his best acting job. It works. It's an encroachment penalty on the West Virginia Storm. Moves them up. Once again, another drive for the Silverbacks that starts inside the Storm 30-yard line. First down, and then the offensive lineman goes flying. So we're I think we're going to be playing a game of back and forth here as the false start penalty marches it back 5 more yards. So back and forth we go. 8:55 to play in the third quarter. If you just tuned in, first down and 10. They hand it off the right side, and getting the carry is TJ Mays off the right side, and Mays just picks up a few inside the 20 down to the 19-yard line. He's brought down by Joe Lawson. Lawson's been all over the field for this West Virginia Storm team. Shotgun formation, Mixon barking out the signals on a second down and 8 from the 19-yard line. A sidecar to the left on a 4 wide receiver set. Mixon will hand the ball off, and it's again to Robert Berkeley, and he'll plunge forward for a 2-yard pickup. Shotgun once again for Mixon. He'll get the snap. Play action, back to pass. Pressure comes, throws into the end zone, intercepted. Picked off in the end zone, and he'll go down to one knee for another turnover. Snook Martin gets the pick. And once again, West Virginia slams the door shut on Ohio, expanding their 20-14 lead. So 2 drives in a row. The Silverbacks get the ball inside the West Virginia 30-yard line. They come up with no points on either side. And it just looked like the momentum for the Silverbacks in that second quarter, they were taking it all, especially going into the locker room with that pick 6 after the fake field goal. Took it all the way back. And that's how the first half really came to a close. The Silverbacks, who had trailed the whole game, were able to get their first lead. Now the Storm have another chance with it, and they've been the big player of this game. Shotgun formation for Dorsey. He'll turn around. It looks like Jerome Smith gets the carry. He will, and he'll plunge forward for a pickup of 3 on first down. So second down at 7 upcoming. 7 minutes to play here in the third, 20-14. Silverbacks, who won this game 28-25 in the league championship game that was controversial from what we were told. Flags going against both. Back to pass Dorsey. Going to set the screen. Oh, my goodness. Almost an interception that could have went the distance. But incomplete. Silverbacks. Tyrese Patterson on the coverage there that almost got that pick. Dorsey's pass falls incomplete. Tyrese Patterson on the coverage. Brings up third down and 7 from the 23. So 3rd and 7 from the 23 after that coverage. It was a pretty impressive play that almost turned into a touchdown. And it looks like someone has taken a timeout. West Virginia takes their first charge timeout. You are watching and listening to USA Bowl Game 1 of 4 here from Daytona Beach, Florida. We will step aside and be back with more after this silence. After the timeout, it's 3rd down. Trips here to the near side. Sidecar to the left. As Dorsey gets the snap. Back to pass. Going to put it up down the far sideline and overshoot his intended receiver. Incomplete. Intended for Joe Lawson. And it will be 4th down. Punt unit is out. You would have to assume on 4th and 7, be deep in your own zone. But the last 2 times West Virginia has punted, they've still ended up giving up great field position. So almost maybe even try to go for it if you're going to keep surrendering great field position like they have, but probably attempt another McField punt here. And on this 4th down at 7, 6:31 to play in the third. Legal substitution on West Virginia. So they go back to punt. They're going to punt from their own 20. And they get this one away. This is a lot better punt, but it's headed out of bounds again. So we'll see where the officials determine that one out of bounds at. They say the 40-yard line. That's a win for West Virginia, the way that they've been giving the football to the Silverbacks. But the Silverbacks need to try to convert something here. They have struggled in the third quarter with much of this game being played on the left side of the 50-yard line. 6:13 to go here in the third, and Silverbacks have had many opportunities but have not seized them, and that have allowed the Storm to hang around in this game, who led it 14-0 to one point. Opening the scoring was Thomas Abernathy on a pick six that started, and then the Storm drove down and had a 39-yard touchdown pass to make it 14-0. And then the Silverbacks stormed back with 20 unanswered points, capped off by that fake field goal interception return for a touchdown. And now they have it first down at 10 from the Storm 40. New quarterback is in. They ended up going right to Mixon, and Mixon on that design run off the right side will pick up the 37-yard line. Second and 7 from the 37. Under 6 minutes to go here in the third. Shotgun formation for Mixon. He's actually lined up as the tailback, and this quarterback now into the game, scrambling out of danger, and now he's going to take off and run with it. Has the 30, avoids one tackler, avoids another, and now is brought down right at the first down sticks. That in at quarterback is LaMarcus Thomas, and Thomas showing his listed on the roster as an athlete, and you can see why. Juking and jiving his way. It is good enough for a first down. So first down at 10. Shotgun formation for the Silverbacks. Sidecar to the left. And they'll roll here to the near side. Thomas going to throw it now. Underthrown, but coming back to the football, making the catch on the near sideline. That is Dontez May on the reception for a first down for the Silverbacks. So first down at 10 from the 13, so you can still pick up the first. As once again, the Silverbacks in the red zone of West Virginia, threatening once again, 3:47. Here in the third quarter, they lead at 20-14. Thomas sends the sidecar from his left to his right. That's Berkeley. And they play action. Thomas back to pass, throwing over the middle. Intercepted! Thomas Abernathy has his second interception of the game, and he picks it off at the 15-yard line. Thomas Abernathy, who's been playing semi-pro football for over a decade, gets his second interception. He has a touchdown to this game, and this is his final game playing football, and he gets his second pick. Really impressive stuff from TA. Mentioned at the top of the broadcast, won a national championship with the West Virginia Lightning back in 2008. And TA is still out there. He moved to Charlotte just a few months ago and was still commuting back up to West Virginia to play for the team. So, team guy, great guy, and is enjoying his final game, playing at a high level with first down, and they give that first carry to Fabian Payne, who plunges forward for 2 yards. Clock winds under 3 minutes now here in the third. Sweep left. Fabian Payne trying to get the cutback lane. He decides to bounce it out as he spins off a tackler at the 25-30. 35 and knocked out of bounds. It's a first down for the West Virginia Storm, and a flag comes in very late. But Fabian Payne able to pick up a first down for the West Virginia Storm. So a personal foul penalty against the Silverbacks at the end of that play is going to tack 15 more on to the end of that run. It will be a first down and 10 for the Storm at the 48-yard line of the Silverbacks as the Storm try to rally back in this one. 2 minutes to go in the third. I formation for Mixon. Barking out the signals. They got 8 men in the box, 8 men within 3 yards of the line of scrimmage. They handed off anyway, got through the first wave on the right side, and was able to push forward as that was George Ollier on the carry. And he'll pick up 4 yards. Second down and 6 now at the 48-yard line. Play action. Oh, he turned around and he had 2 black jerseys in his face. 28-16 for the Silverbacks. That is Berkey and Thomas were right now. That was 26, I beg your pardon. That was Matt Bauman. Third down at 13. Move Jerome Smith from the left side to the right side of the line. They go trips to the far side left. And pre-snap whistles will get everybody to stand up. Officials want a conference here. Seeing what was this a delay game penalty maybe?
No, delay game would have been thrown by the back there, so I'm not sure. You want to know why? The field judge came in and stopped play. I'm not sure what this. Unless it was something, an issue with the sideline.
It's a delay unsportsmanlike.
Somebody on the sideline. I don't know if it's it's reflected.
So a 15-yard unsportsmanlike penalty against West Virginia. Potentially something said on the sidelines because the official on the near side was the one who stopped play. But that's going to be the way the third quarter comes to a close. 3 chapters of this one in the books. 20-14. The score after 3, we go to quarter number 4 of game 1 of 4 here at USA Bowl. And the Northeast Ohio Silverbacks lead West Virginia Storm 20-14. Hope you're enjoying this stream. So quarter number 4 from Daytona Beach. Be the Storm trying to come back down 6 here in the fourth quarter. Shotgun formation for the Storm on a 3rd down and forever. They need the 42-yard line of Northeast Ohio. Back to pass, a little pump fake. Dorsey going to put it ball into the air and overshoot his receiver. He had a receiver open. Breaking free was Fred Crosser, who has a touchdown catch on the night or the afternoon, but incomplete, and it will be 4th down. Be 4th down and 28 for the Storm. So, of course, McFuel, David Michael Fuel. To punt this one away for the Storm. Been a busy day for him. Punts away. And will take a nice bounce, be picked up at the 30-yard line on the run, trying to weave through some would-be tacklers on the return. Carlos Alexander sets the Silverbacks up with half a football field to work with down at the 50-yard line. First down at 10 for the Silverbacks. Blending in. First down and 10 for the Silverbacks from that 50-yard line as the game 2 is currently warming up. Central Texas Apaches and the Marion County Crusaders coming up. Handoff goes to Mixon, who's now really turned into a running back here in the second half. Coming out of the quarterback position and now running it, picks up a yard. Second down and 9 after the pickup of 1. Just 50 seconds gone by in this fourth quarter. A lot of time left. And the way these two teams scored at the end of the first half, this game is far from over. And now Mixon takes the snap, then he laterals it back. The ball's on the carpet, and it's picked up by West Virginia. They try to do a little hook and lateral play, maybe a flea flicker type action, and instead it's going to be a turnover picked up by West Virginia. And this has just been the story of this game where one team has just seemed like they want to keep the other one around. And from what I understand, that's much of what happened in the last meeting between these two teams in their league championship. That ended up 28-25. The Silverbacks won that game. Jumping on that football for West Virginia was Zedrick Lewis, by the way. Jumped on the loose pigskin. First down and 10 for West Virginia. Now, their offense has sputtered as of late, but you could just feel they're that big play away. First down and 10. They go I formation to the Storm. Dorsey under center. Sweep to the right side. They go to Swords, and Swords is stacked up in the backfield. He's going to lose a chunk of yards. They're going to give him forward progress, if you want to call it that, to the 45-yard line. That's a loss of 5 yards. That was Deshaun Ford on the stop there for the Silverbacks. 13-16, clock winds in the fourth. 20-14, our score. Little shotgun formation. Pulled down into the stomach of Fabian Payne. Payne will carry it forward across the 45 to the 44-yard line. Third down upcoming. So 3rd and 14 from the 34-yard line. Shotgun once again for the Storm. 4 wide. Dorsey gets the snap. Back to pass. Looks to his left. Still looking that way. Little pump fake. Avoids a sack. Then runs through a defender at the line of scrimmage and then is able to pick up 1 more yard. So no sack there, as it will be a gain of 1 for Dorsey, as he just went right through one of the Silverback linebackers. So 4th and 13 now from the 33. Back-to-back 1-yard plays for West Virginia. Back to pass. Thinking about it now, delivers it over the middle of the field, and it's incomplete. Overshot 2 guys that were in that vicinity. Would have been a touchdown for the Storm if he could have been accurate on that throw. Both receivers had gotten away from coverage, but it was 4th down, turnover on down, and the Silverbacks get the ball right back. First down at 10. Back to work go the Silverbacks. They hand it off, and boy, Abernathy immediately there for the Storm. As getting thrown back was TJ Mays. So second down 11 from the 42-yard line. Looks like there's a delay game penalty against the Silverbacks. March them back 5. They've been playing behind the sticks much of this game, but have the big plays to show for it on the scoreboard. Back to pass. Rolling to the left, rolling to the right, trying to avoid it. Thomas going to the far sideline. Will spin off a defender and step out of bounds and pick up some of that lost penalty yardage. He ends up running a long way to pick up 2 yards, but gets up to the 39-yard line. Third down and 14. Thomas from the shotgun gets the snap. Pressure comes, hit as he throws, and definitely the hit jarring that ball lower than it was intended to go. Incomplete. Will be fourth down. Fourth down. Oh, little fake. He was going to get blocked, and they ended up being able to avert it and trying to get out of it as Hopkins. And Hopkins still trying to pull a rabbit, but he's not going to be able to. And it's going to be Storm football and some pushing and shoving afterwards. And there was a Storm player down. It looks like he's gotten up. Hopkins is being assisted off the field by the head referee. Doesn't look like there was any penalty assessed either. Just cleaning it up, if you will. First down and 10 for the Storm. Dorsey from the gun. Sidecar to the right. Put it to the stomach. It's Fabian Payne for no gain. Fourth quarter action here, 20-14. The Silverbacks, who are in the dark, going up against the West Virginia Storm in the white, and they trying to drive in. 8 minutes to go here in the fourth, and spinning off one, spinning off another. Two circle buttons on, not enough for Dorsey to get escape all that pressure as Bauman and company in on that sack. So they get a timeout for an injured player. 7:38 to play here with the fourth. It's 20-14. Thanks for all of you tuning in here on the broadcast. If you're tuning in and you're going, what's going on with the stream? So internet is essentially down at the stadium. They were actually hardlined into the same line that ESPN uses here, and they were literally, if you understand computers, literally not getting much as far as an upload speed to give you the game. So this one, for all intents and purposes, is being streamed to you on a air card or on a phone or some way is being brought to you. So if you're wondering what you're seeing, why it might be a little bit sluggish, that's the reason why. And quite frankly, the next possible solution is just to do an audio broadcast and have to listen to me the whole time. So I know no one wants to do that. I don't want to do that for my own voice safety and health. But we again appreciate everyone being understanding and getting to see a little bit of something better than nothing. As that pass goes incomplete, intended for Atkins. So fourth down now for the Storm as they will put out fuel back again. .652 to play in this ball game. And the punt unit is out. It's a line drive kick that goes out of bounds. We'll have to see where they will mark that one out. 33 is what it looks like. First down and 10 for the Silverbacks now as they take over from the 33-yard line. Trying to put the finishing touches on this. They could salt a lot of clock away. Give it off to LaMarcus Thomas. Why not? He's been the stud for them here in the second half. He picks up a yard. Six minutes to go. Shotgun formation. Mixon from the gun. Sidecar to the left. He'll get the snap. Designed run play as Mixon just goes right through the scrum and he comes out of the other side of the tunnel to the 40-yard line. So positive yards game there before finally being brought down by George Ollier. So 3rd down and 3 from the 40-yard line. Big 3rd down coming here for the Silverbacks. Shotgun formation for Mixon and company. Mixon gets the snap, hands it off left side. It's Berkey. And Berkey will go to the left side and only get to the 40, so no gain. And it will be 4th down, and looks like Silverbacks don't even think twice. They're bringing the punt unit out. Oh, 4th down, punt unit is on. Trying to pin back because right now the clock is the Silverbacks' friend, down to 4 minutes and 30 seconds in the game. There was a flag. Yep, delay game. Charge to the Silverbacks. Move them back 5 before. So 4th down, punt unit is on, and it goes right up the elevator shaft. It's going to be caught, bobbled, and then caught by the Silverbacks. Now it's loose. There's a race to the football, and it's recovered by West Virginia at the 21-yard line. Oh, my goodness. That was near disaster for the Storm, and West Virginia is going to get the football. Finally getting it was Marquell Felton, because it was almost about to be Silverbacks football again, because it found the hands back of Hopkins, and he almost got the football right back to the Silverbacks. But instead, West Virginia gets the football, and they get it at the 21-yard line with 3:29 to play. Just like that, the Storm are on the move and have great field position that they're at the doorstep of the red zone. This is I formation, pistol formation. Get the snap, turn around, hand it off left side. Fabian Payne carrying to the 15-yard line, down to the 14. Second down and 3 after the pickup of 7 from the pistol formation. The Silverbacks show blitz, and they blitz in, and they get Payne, who was trying to just carry it in to pick up a first down, and instead he's denied, and he's going to lose almost. There's no way that they're going to mark him for that big of a loss, are they really? It's still the 20-yard line, so it's going to be third down. 2:25 to go. And it's going to be now third down and 9. So here's Dorsey from the shotgun. Gets the snap, rolls to the right, pressured, throws, caught, ball's at the 10, ball inside the 5, and inside it's a first down. Making the reception for the Storm was Tyler Atkins, and he moves the sticks for the West Virginia Storm and comes up limping, but the Storm have a first down and goal with just 2 minutes to go in this game, right at the 2-minute warning. So the 2-minute warning, 20-14. That was the score at halftime. Could it remain this way, or could the West Virginia storm back and get revenge on the Silverbacks here in a national championship? Not many chances, especially, semi-pro football is so similar to the college ranks, and once you lose, especially once you lose in the playoffs, you don't get another shot. Once you lose in your conference, you very rarely get another shot at a national championship. But the way that things played out, the Storm were able to do that with just one loss on their record, and it was to this Silverbacks team. And now they have an opportunity to revenge that loss. With just 2 minutes to go in the ball game. Shotgun formation. Dorsey barks out, long snap count. Finally gets the snap. Design run play to the left side. Dorsey following blockers into the end zone for the touchdown. Dorsey gets in from 4 yards away, and West Virginia has tied this game at 20 with 1:53 to go in regulation. Extra point for the lead with 1:53 to go. Fuel, snap down. Kick is on its way. That kick is through and no good. It's no good. He missed it. Wide to the left. The score remains tied at 1:53 to go in regulation in the first game of the USA Bowl. This game still tied. West Virginia had a shot at taking the lead, but instead, we will need another score to determine this one. 20-20 here in game 1 of 4 in the USA Bowl. We're all tied 20-20 after the missed extra point. That's that NFL distance of extra point. Some leagues have adopted it, some haven't yet. And this kick going to be contested by both players, and then Thomas wins that battle, and he'll get it and try to carry it. And he wobbled it because he was carrying it like a loaf of bread, and the ball comes out, and it's a rugby scrum for the football, and this would be perfect for West Virginia. And did Thomas come out of that pow with the football? They'll unpile the jerseys. It looks like it's going to stay with the Silverbacks. West Virginia still says they have it. No signal from the officials. Otherwise, it looks like Northeast Ohio keeps the football. But boy, almost more disaster for Northeast Ohio. Well, the Storm, 14 unanswered. Then it was the Silverbacks, 20 unanswered. And now the Storm score 6 to tie us at 20 with 1:43 to go in regulation. And if you're director Terry Sullivan, you're a little bit worried that this first game is going to set games 2, 3, and 4 behind if this game could not be decided in the next minute 43. First down and 10. Shotgun formation for the Silverbacks. Mixon back in at that quarterback position, gets the snap, turns around, hands it off. It's Perky again, and he's stopped in the backfield. Cutting in, Derek Gibson from his defensive end spot makes the stop. And we're going to lose 2 yards of the play. So West Virginia takes the timeout with 1:32. They want the football back. They have the ball in their side of the field position, so understandably so. They burn a timeout to stop this clock. And now Northeast Ohio trying, you want to be aggressive in trying to score and take the lead, but you don't want to be too aggressive at the point that you hand West Virginia the football game on a turnover, which has happened a couple times. A pick six, Thomas Abernathy opened up the scoring with this game with an interception return for a touchdown. So second down and 12 for the Silverbacks. So that dilemma continues to keep Charles Portman and company, head coach for the Silverbacks. Second down, 12. Shotgun formation once again for Mixon. Sidecars to his left. 4 wide. Ball sits on the near side. Back to pass. Mixon steps up, puts the ball into the air. He's got a receiver down at the 40-yard line. He couldn't make the catch. Incomplete. Had his man there. That was Carlos Alexander doing down the far numbers. Couldn't make the catch. Incomplete. Third down coming. And it gives West Virginia basically another timeout because it stops the clock with 1:25. Third down and 12 as Mixon gets the snap. Back to pass. Looking. Stepping up into the pocket. Now letting it fly. This is intended for I don't know who is. There was no one in the vicinity of that football. Incomplete. Patterson, maybe. Your guess is as good as mine there. Maybe the Wi-Fi is slow for them there as it was buffering. He didn't know where the player was really. I think that has something to do with it. 4th down. A minute 19 to go. And the punt unit out. And boy, his punts have been adventurous for both sides. Will Hopkins has had more running plays than punting plays from that position on the field today. And the last one, he almost punted the ball, got the muff. The punt was muffed, and then he almost was the player to recover the muff. And that would have to be the first time in football history that a punter recovers a muffed punt. But it didn't happen. It went to the Storm, and the Storm tied the game at 20. And this is a low punt, a low snap, rather, and the play is blown dead prior to Hopkins getting the ball away. And it is false start penalty on the Silverbacks. That's what I saw. A 4th down, and the Storm encouraging the fans of thousands to get loud here at Daytona Beach. Some fans are standing, you could say. Punt is away, and it's headed directly for the sideline. That went further laterally than it did horizontally as ball goes out of bounds, and it will be the Storm with a great chance. And would it be a great story for David Fuel, the kicker who missed the extra point, to be able to kick this game-winning field goal to get the Storm out of here with a win. But more to come. It looks like one of the Storm players is down. They spot the ball at the 25-yard line. So you're looking at a 42-yard field goal as this player is still down. It looks like 2 players trying to help him up. Finally does. So 1st down and 10 for the Storm, a chance to win the championship, avenge their loss to the Silverbacks earlier this year. All on the line and all capable of happening within the next minute and 15 seconds of regulation, which I'm sure the 2 teams awaiting to start their game would love to see happen, as would we all up here in the booth. Pistol formation now for Dorsey. Payne behind him, and it's Fabian Payne getting the carry, and he's running right into a brick wall whose name is E.J. Scott. And it's going to lose 2 yards. It's going to be 2nd down and 12. And there's clock's winding now at 45 seconds. Still rolling. Dorsey. Payne again, left side. Payne 25-20. Payne almost broke free to the 15-yard line. He is right down at the 1st down sticks. That's going to make it a lot more of a more manageable field goal attempt if that's what's ending up going to happen. The clock stops with 23 seconds left. And I know the clock operator's finger is shaking with anticipation of how much this game is on the line and what is riding on this clock, as they're going to actually add 3 seconds or just put 2 seconds on it. Either way, as a timeout has been taken. Here in the 4th quarter, we're tied at 20. 2020. All tied up in game 1 of 4. Coming up the next game, Central Texas Apaches and the Marion County Crusaders. Marion County out of Indiana.
Okay, no problem.
And now we're going to go up to 31 seconds. We're just getting the info from the officials down on the field. So 31 seconds remain in this game. 20-20. We'll see what the Storm can draw up. It was Fabian Payne, kind of a risky call running the football with, obviously you knew you had a timeout in your pocket, but they'll go shotgun on a first down and 10 from the 15-yard line. Sidecar is Payne. Silverbacks show blitz, play action, back to pass, fade route, far end zone into the corner, and it's well overthrown. The ball carries both receiver and defender out of the end zone, incomplete. I know West Virginia wants a call there. I think that was a good no call. That ball was well out of the back of the end zone of both receiver and defensive back jockeying for position. That looked like Shemaiah Adams, the intended receiver. Second and 10 from the 15. Shotgun formation now for Dorsey. Sidecar is Payne. Barks out the signals. Long snap count for Dorsey. Trying to draw him off. Gets the snap. Ball's on the carpet, and it's recovered by Northeast Ohio. And I don't think we're going anywhere anytime soon. Unbelievable. Ball onto the carpet, and Northeast Ohio gets the biggest break of this ball game. Ball goes onto the carpet, and I think the Silverback is still down. I don't think he's hurt. Maybe he is. He might be hurt. Looks like he is actually hurt. As I thought he was just holding on to the football until the last possible moment he could. But nevertheless, Silverbacks come up with the football with 22 seconds left. And, well, barring a miracle here in Daytona, head to overtime if unless Silverbacks could figure something out here. Well, it looks like the Silverbacks are going to be content with playing some overtime. So we can't get through one game without overtime to decide this championship, as it will be overtime to decide this first one. Northeast Ohio and West Virginia, overtime when we come back, and you get to watch it right here, USA Bowl. the right call. He caught the ball. He was all alone. There was no one near him when he initially caught the football at the 30-yard line and then was encouraged to stand back up and run. That's when the Silverbacks closed in on him. But there's no red hankies at this level of football. This is late.
I cut out with him catching the ball and cut in with him in the end zone. What the hell?
What's going on? Well, there's still a conference right now from the officials. It looks like this ball's going to be placed at the 30-yard line. I don't know that that's the right call, but it's going to be the call that stands. What a wacky. So 1st and 10 from the 30. After that big play, now the Storm threatening to win the football game. Fabian Payne gets the carry off the left side, and Payne carries for 4 yards. So 2nd down and 6 upcoming. Second down and 6. I think that's a compliment. Dorsey from the shotgun. And a designed run play for Dorsey. He broke free. He brought the 20 down to the 15-yard line. He hangs on to the football. It's a 1st down for the Storm. 12 minutes to go in the 4th, but that means nothing. This is a sudden death. There will be no tie today. We'll keep playing until we have a winner, which is kind of scary to think about. But the Silverbacks had the ball 3 times inside the Storm 20-yard line in the second half and did not score. They have not scored since halftime. It was 20-14 at the break. 20-20 as we sit in overtime. And Dorsey goes from under center. They got big Jerome Smith dotting the I. And they give it off to Romy Rome, and he goes off the right side and he gets a yard.
I missed my phone.
Terry Sullivan, the director of the USA Bowl, standing on the sideline impatiently waiting the end of this game. 2nd down and 8. A great game, though, to start off. Smith gets the carry, and he's denied. Right up there. He's actually going to lose a yard. So 3rd down and 9. You have to wonder that David Michael Fuel will get an opportunity. I don't know. He's the only person on this roster with full name. But he was the one who missed the extra point that would have had the Storm winning this game. But depending on what happens on this next play, You have to have already known, the coaches have to know where he wants this ball. And it's going to be a timeout before the snap taken by West Virginia. And this, what they need to go over is, where does Fuel want the football? And what side, what hash, where does he want it straight on? Does he want it going away or going towards, depending on what his preference is? The wind here is whipping to the left. Seeing Old Glory to our left. Decent amount breeze, but this would be, if they don't gain any yards, this is a 32-yard field goal, if I'm doing my math right. $9:37 to go in overtime. We're tied at 20. Game one, and why not? We go in overtime the first game, of course, as if we don't have enough games to go to. But these, I have a feeling that this might not be the only game that goes in overtime. There's a lot of great matchups. I tell you, American football rules and what they do with their rankings, it's an imperfect science, especially at this level of football, but they just are able to pick the best matchups, it seems like, year in and year out. Third down, they call it 10. Ball at the 14-yard line. They go shotgun. Dorsey gets the snap. Back to pass. Pressure immediately. Rolls to his left. Thinking about running. Now he'll throw. Back of the end zone. Tipped. Nearly intercepted and incomplete. It will be fourth down. And here he comes. David Michael Fuel for the win. For revenge on the team that beat them in the league championship. This game ended 28-25 in that last meeting. West Virginia would be more than happy with the 23-20 final score in these next moments. However, no, it's not for the win. It's not going to be for the win. It's going to be for the continuation of overtime. So I sit corrected, because that's the NFL rules, and you got to love NFL rules for that. Yeah, you got to complete. Yeah, would have to. They would win if it ends 23-20, but this extra point, or this field goal rather, 32 yards through the poles and good. And Fuel converts. It's 23-20. The West Virginia Storm have retaken the lead for the first time since it was 14-12 back in the second quarter. But it's 23-20 now. You're watching the USA Bowl. All right, so the Silverbacks, it's Hopkins on the return, and he's knocked out of bounds. And A little pushing and shoving at the sideline. A little finger wag there, too, by Hopkins on the near sideline. And, wow, West Virginia's get-back coach is very aggressive. My goodness. Just came in there and just started shoving his own guys out of the way. There is a penalty. It's an encroachment penalty, it looks like. Or is the official just standing with his hands on his hips? Because you know what? At this point, could be either one. I think that's what it was, folks. Just breaking news. That's a terrible thing to do towards the press box. Need to know where you are on the field at all times. 9-18. This is game one, man. This is great.
Guys taking naps over here.
Back to pass. And throwing, is he going to trap that? No, he did. He did trap that. Incomplete. Alexander thought he had himself a catch. He did not. Incomplete.
You hope.
Second down and 10 from the 30-yard line. 9:13 to go in overtime. It's 23-20. Rolling out to the right side. Mixon throwing. Caught. No, he did not catch it. It bounced once again. Another attempted at a trap that will make it third down. And now West Virginia starting to taste the championship.
No, just
9 minutes to go. Back to pass. Dorsey on third and long. Going to let it fly. He's got a man, and it's just he had his head turned around the wrong way. And that was DeMonte Powell on the opportunity there, and everybody in the stands thought that could have been a big play. So fourth down and 10, it comes down to this. They have to convert this first down. Well, they don't. This is just going to run out to regulation. It's not a series. It's 23-20, right? They
don't convert this, the game's over.
okay, it is over. All right. It's not okay, it's not a and they've each both possessed the ball. Okay. All right. Well, I'm glad because it's just such a combination of college and NFL rules that and we're going to get a timeout taken by the Silverbacks with 9:01 to play. I prefer the college style overtime rules. I think they're more fun and you get closer to the end zone immediately. Whether you start at the 15 or the 20, and both teams get to possess the ball. You score, you keep going. If you don't, the game's over. Pretty simple rules there, but I digress. So fourth down being for the Silverbacks. They'll have to convert this to stay alive. I apologize. This Silverback jerseys all day today have been an adventure for us up here. And if any of you know jersey, if any of you make jersey decisions, don't put dark on dark. You'd think it's like a rule that doesn't need to be written, but dark on dark, light on light just doesn't work for the people up here.
Yeah, dark jerseys, white numbers. Yeah, white numbers, white jerseys, dark.
4th down. Dorsey, ball on the floor. It's recovered by West Virginia. And how about that? Take me home, country roads. West Virginia has won the national championship, defeating the Northeast Ohio Silverbacks 23-20. That is your final. In overtime, game 1 is in the books. West Virginia is taking the country roads back with the trophy. Player of the game, Thomas Abernathy. 2 interceptions, a touchdown in his final game. Playing in semi-pro football for over a decade. Got to call his national championship back in 2008 when the West Virginia Lightning won it. And then he goes out on top as a champion. Congratulations to Thomas Abernathy and the West Virginia Storm. They are winners today, 23-20, the final score. Thanks for watching and enjoying this video stream of Game 1. Game 2, moments away from starting. And we'll have it for you here. USA Bowl continues from sunny Daytona Beach. Stick around. Our coverage continues. Congratulations to the West Virginia Storm, our national champions in Game 1 and Game 2 moments away as we get ready for Central Texas Apaches and the Marion County Crusaders coming up right here on the USA Bowl.